So on the market front, well, the Dow was down today over 200 points, 221 points, and the S&P declined a bit, and the Nasdaq was up a bit. So investors worry over regional banks. Yeah, they once again flared up. Yeah, PacWest lost 22%. No, wait a minute. Jamie Dimon says it's over. There's nothing to worry about. Everything is cool. And they had the producer price indexes came out. The number increased just 0.2%. And that's pretty, that's not much. And so it's coming down. Will the Federal Reserve pause their interest rates when they meet in mid-June? That's the guess on the street, and we're going to tell you where it's going. But Eurozone inflation rising. Yep, surged to 7% in April. 7%. Consumer prices rose 6.9% in March. So you see where it's going and how it's hurting the people. How come? Because the Fed head. The economy is strong and blah, 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 blah. No, it's not that strong. Manufacturing is getting really weak. The whole export around the world is going down. Germany's that far from into recession. The whole thing is slowing down globally. Protests going on all over the world. Big one in France today, and this is just the beginning of it. Over in Israel, week after week. No, this thing's going down big and hard. We're mentioning this because they also raised interest rates over there in the EU. It's still low compared to inflation, but they're way higher than the negative that they used to have. So the higher interest rates go, the deeper the economy falls. UK food prices skyrocketed. British households have been hit with a record jump in food prices. 17.8% increase in April. But don't worry about it, because the UK is doing all they can to help win the Ukraine war. So all you people of slave land in the UK, don't you worry about it. We got wars to fight, money to steal, so take it easy. And what no one anywhere is talking about, other than us, is all of this inflation and all of these problems have been caused by the low-life pieces of political pricks that locked down the world. Oh, and then you had those supply chain disruptions. That's why you got this inflation and the economy's going down as they raise interest rates to stop the phony COVID war that they started. And to win it, they had to pump in countless trillions of dollars and negative and zero interest rate policy. But don't worry, people. Do as you're told. Don't think for yourself. Be a little parrot and follow what they tell you to do, like all the up here in Kingston, New York, and everywhere else, all around towns. So they're saying now they're going to let inflation go over 2%, and they made up that 2% number in 2012. But they're going to start raising it at some point because investors plow money into TIPS vehicles. Funds that hold inflation-protected bonds are enjoying their longest streak of inflows in more than a decade, as investors grid themselves for an increase in consumer prices as the U.S. economy recovers. European banks plan to slash business travel, bodes ill for airline recovery hopes. This is out of Financial Times. I'm mentioning this because commercial real estate sectors like New York, the big cities, conventions, trade shows, people traveling back and forth, there's going to be a lot less travel. Business travel is the most lucrative way airlines make money. That's where they make the dough, not on tourism travel. And now this thing's going to go down. And it's not only the office building bust. Business travel is nothing compared to what it used to be. We're Zooming. I don't want to send you over to, California. Yeah, get on a Zoom over here. I don't want to waste my money. No, you're not going to Paris. So now all those hotels, convention centers, and all those things that depended on heavy business travel, going down big time. If anybody doesn't see what's going on, you better grow up. This is a takeover of our freedom like you cannot imagine, because we've never seen this in our living history. In the past, this has happened. And when you're looking at the commercial real estate sector, you're looking at a $5.6 trillion in money that they owe. And now interest rates are going up, and they have a lot of these floating loans. So this thing's going down big, it's going down hard. I just tell you what happened with PacWest. And there's going to be a lot more. Oh, then there's the debt ceiling crisis. Because it's the Republicans, and I can't stand the Republicans or the Democrats. You're all to me. They're the ones that when they get in power, when the Democrats are in the president, they always make a big deal about raising the debt level. But when Trump was in, it was okay. But now with Biden in, you got a small majority in the House that are Republicans. We got to do something with this debt level, which is disgusting, by the way. We shouldn't have this. $31.4 trillion. How are we going to pay it? We're not. Which goes back to why gold is golden to me. We called the bottom of gold in September and kept saying it's going to keep rising. And then earlier this year, we said 2023, and that's what you're going to see gold above 2023 this year and going. It's going to keep going. Again, you have its ups and downs like life. So, but the long term, we see it going. And Bitcoin. Facts are there. We call that too. We said if Bitcoin stabilizes at $15,000, $17,000 range, the next hit it's going to be $25,000 and above. And here it is now at 30. To us, gold is the number one safe haven asset. When gold went down into the 1600s a few months ago, we said this is the bottom. It's going up from now. And now it's been hitting, several month highs. Again, when they go digital, gold is going to go through the roof, because that's going to be the only real currency that's going to be accepted to pay, to transfer, because they're going to do away with all the paper money.